again. What's going on, people? Mr. back again for the review. And yes, I'm jolly, I'm happy. The Nottingham Forest won 3-1 against Millwall. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm godsmacked. I'm godsmacked. But before I do start, I want to say thank you very much to Craig and Martin for doing my watch along. I thought it was fantastic. If you did watch the watch along, comment below in the comment section if you did enjoy it. I saw a little glimpse because I was at work, but I saw the game as well. So I was going in and out to watch along. But what a win! What a win! I don't know where to start. Start from something. You know what? Let me. I've got Millwall Fan TV Kai in here, and I'm just baffled. People in the comment section below, what is your opinion on today's performance? I thought it was fantastic against a team that we would always struggle against at home, and it was a fantastic win. Fantastic win. And before I do get Kai on, I thought Ryan Yates was fantastic. Ryan Yates was fantastic. All the grief that he gets, and from the fans, and he proved everyone wrong. So people in the comment section, what did you think? If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new as well. And I'm going to get Kai in because I'm going to rub it in. Hello, my friend.
You're right, mate. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you? Very good by the looks of it.
I feel great. How do you feel?
Not so great.
You know
Oh,
what?
God.
I give you dues, right? You're brave to come on because some fans won't come on after that defeat.
You know, I'm used to it as a Millwall fan. To be fair, since we've had Rowett in, we've been a lot better. But when we had Harris in, we would lose back-to-back games so often. So, you know, as a Millwall fan, you've got to be used to them disappointing you.
So let me start from this. I'll talk about first about Forest. The team that we go out, I thought it was a fantastic lineup. The players that we had, like I said, people like Ameobi, even Alex Myton starting as well against a team that's physical. They always come to City Ground and they always bully us. But they really stuck up to Millwall. Ameobi scored twice. I'm happy for him as well, for Ryan Yates as well. As a Millwall fan, what happened? What happened?
I don't know, to be honest. I'm still trying to work it out myself. I was watching the first half hour and I was thinking, this is a totally different side that did so well in the week to Bournemouth. Against Bournemouth, you know, they're a top 3 side and we matched them in every department. We were better than them in most as well. And I really felt we should have won that game. And, you know, you come today's game and you think, you know, it's a really good opportunity to, if we play like we did again, we could and probably should get 3 points. But we came and we just looked a tired, lackluster, passive side that we've seen too much recently. We didn't look any. What our problem is that we're not consistent enough. If we were consistent, well, we are at the moment. We're being consistently bad. But you know, if we were consistently like we were against Bournemouth, we wouldn't be 16th. You know, we wouldn't lose as many games as we have. So yeah, as we were saying before, you know, I felt that Forest bullied us in every department today. We just couldn't match it. We couldn't match the tempo. I don't know whether that was Forest having a week off and we had to play in midweek. I don't know, but really, there's no excuse for such a poor performance as today.
I'm gonna get the stats up because you'll be surprised. This is crazy because you had more possession than us. We had more shots than you. Same on shots on target. You've had more corners. Like Millwall, they are a strong side when it comes to set pieces, and we committed the most fouls. I think that's our game.
Yeah.
I think under Mucci, we let you always have the ball, but when it comes to shots on target, like you scored 1. Are you not like disappointed on how things went today?
Yeah, but you know, I think in midweek against Bournemouth we had the same amount of shots, 15, and we had something like 8 on target. You know, we only scored 1 again, so that's our problem. We're not clinical enough. We're just not clinical. And you know, it said that we had more possession, which I'm actually really surprised about because for me it looked like Forest had more possession. But it just shows that when we did have the ball, we didn't do anything with it. There was a couple of glimpses. Ryan Woods puts a great ball over the top for Troy Parrott, who probably should do better on that side. He doesn't. He puts another good ball in for Zohore. But Zohore was marked out of the game today, and Forest worked so hard in that midfield to shut Ryan Woods down and Ryan Leonard down. Leonard got on the ball a little bit more than Woods, but Forest knew that you give the ball to Woods and Woods can pick a pass, and you got on him really, really well. And I think that's probably what stopped us playing as much. I know TT is a massive fan of Ryan Woods, and Ryan Woods has got a bit of stick recently for his performances. But I do think Woodsy needs to play higher up the pitch to be more effective, and he needs to be able to have the time on the ball to then play balls around. But Forest shut him down, and that's where he struggled today.
I was just looking at your front three, like Jed Wallace, Zohore, Parrott, and I'm surprised with Parrott, meant to be a talented player from Spurs, and even he didn't do much today.
No, he's been disappointed actually. He had such high hopes. He got injured for a ridiculous amount of time. He only started playing in November. But he's a weird player because you can see there's a player in there. When you can see there's a player in there, but at the moment he hasn't scored a goal yet for us, and you can see he's trying too hard to get that first goal. Once he gets that first goal, I think he'll be a lot better player for us, and I think he'll probably go on to score quite a few more. But he's trying to get off the mark he's trying so hard to get off the mark that it's not working.
People, if you've got any questions for myself or Kai, put in the comment section. What did you think about today's game? Who do you think was your player man of the match? Personally, like I mentioned Ryan Yates. Ryan Yates has got so much stick. People, comment below, who was your man of the match? People like Joe Warbeck, do you think that's the future going forward? Kai, who was your standout player for Nottingham Forest?
Ameobi. Yeah, fantastic player. One of them players that you play against, and Rowett said it in his post-match interview. He said, the game plan was to make sure Ameobi got on his right foot. So I don't know what the players were doing because they let him on his left foot twice and he scored 2 goals. So I don't know. They obviously didn't listen to anything Rowett said in training because that was his game plan, and we didn't deliver it. But Ameobi's so dangerous. I remember last year at the Den when he played. He's a very awkward player, isn't he? He's tall and he's quick as well. And yeah, we just didn't have it what it took to stand up to him today. I thought, to be fair, on the left hand side, I thought Scott Malone played pretty well. Considering I thought he was probably one of our standout performers if there was one. And Danny McNamara on the other side was impressive as well. It's his only second league start for Millwall. Really good. I thought he was good too. So there was not really much more the fullbacks could have done, in my opinion. But it was the centre backs that were playing out from the back and kept losing it, and that's why we caused ourselves a few problems.
Just looking for the comments there. Is Med, what a win from Med. Shout out to Med. Good performance as well. It is a fantastic performance. Performance of Craig and Martin. Martin, it is Kai. Craig and Martin done my watch along while I was at work. But Dore is the king. So respect to you. I was looking at the comments. Like I said, why I scroll through I spoke yesterday about Millwall needs to buy players. What players do you think need to sign?
The whole team needs to be replaced by today's performance. No, to be fair, no. There's a team in there. There's a good side in there. But as I've said, inconsistency. I don't know what's going on. We're a shadow of a team that we were last year when we came to the City Ground. We were brilliant this time last year. I don't really know what's going on, to be honest. I think it's a mixture of things. But Rowett did say today that we are close to two deals, which hopefully be midfielders. We need an attacking midfielder. And we're also hopefully looking into extending the loan of Kenneth Zohore, which could be crucial. Obviously, you as Forest fans are probably thinking, well, didn't look that much today. But I just think Forest did so well of marking him out the game that you didn't really see the potential and the player that Ken Zohore is. And he looked like a really frustrated figure up there. He looked isolated. And even when Smith came on, he didn't do that much. I think Smith coming on, yeah.
I was surprised Matt Smith, he didn't do much today. No. I was just asking a question, how did you thought Gavin played today? Someone's got poor. Thought Gavin was poor today. I didn't think he was poor.
I think in the first half he had a really good chance where he probably should have opened the scoring.
Yeah.
Probably with 10 minutes. He's one of them players, Grabbing, that when he gets on the ball, you always think he's going to score against you because obviously Millwall player, ex-Millwall, isn't he?
Yeah.
But no, to be fair to Forest today, I was really impressed with Forest's performance. I know we were really poor, and had we upped it by 20%, I reckon we probably would have done probably a lot better. But Forest knew what they had. They came to the game today, and they knew exactly what to do to sort Millwall out, and they did it really, really well. And so fair play, I think had you not have been 1-0 up at half time, it would have been probably not really fair on Forest. I think they could have been 1 or 2-0 up within the first 20 minutes. So fair play to Forest. They were much better than us today. But we've got to look at ourselves and wonder why we can't match that performance in midweek today.
I was just reading about Guy Rowett after the game. He said for the first 25 minutes we was too passive. We looked like we're still in the dressing room. We started to impose ourselves a bit more on the game, and then we conceded a really poor goal. Regardless where we lead, we were a bit dangerous in forward areas. One big game was keeping Ameobi on the right foot, and you didn't. Twice you let him loud inside and score 2 good finishes. And that's why I was surprised with Millwall, because 2 of his goals basically was exactly the same, weren't they?
Yeah, we didn't learn, did we? We didn't learn. And I've looked at the goals back, and I sort of thought who could be tracking him on the second goal. Was a fantastic finish, wasn't it? But had no chance. But you can't let a player of Ameobi's standard and class to run inside the midfield and have a go from there. Cooper or Hutchinson or whoever needs to be closing him down. Leonard or Woods, they just have to stop him from getting that shot away. As for the first goal, Woodsy seemed like he had the situation dealt with, but then it's almost like Woodsy slips, and then Ameobi gets that yard of space and has a shot, and he's lethal from there, and you can't let him shoot from there.
A question from Med, Forest fan. Ryan Woods and Joe Wallace, they're quality players. Just what happened to them? Forest was a better day. Can you explain? Like you've explained about Ryan Woods. Like even Jed Wallace. What happened to Jed Wallace?
Do you know what, Jed Wallace? There's been a lot of talk about Jed Wallace recently. Jed's a shadow of the player that he used to be. He picks the ball up, and he's such a frustrating player. We know how good he is. We know everyone at Millwall knows his potential, knows his class. But it's almost like when we go 1-0 down or when we're losing, he kind of takes all the responsibility on himself, and he just thinks, I'm the only one that can get us back in this game. And he's just got to allow players like Zahor, players like Parrott, and players that we've got in that team, that there is class in that team that different to when Rowett first took over, there is some class in that team. So he's got to give the responsibility to other players. And I think that's what, when we bring players in, we have to make sure they're just as good, if not better than Jed, because otherwise Jed takes the responsibility on himself. And there's times today where really he should just be picking the ball up and running at your defence with speed and looking to pick out Zahor. But he turns back and he passes back too much. It's almost like his confidence isn't quite there at the moment, which once it does get back, hopefully he'll be the player that he used to be.
Do you think Garrett's in trouble?
Yes, I do. Personally, for me, I've had this conversation with people. For me, I wouldn't sack him because I think, you look at the team performance today. There was nothing that Rowett, for me, I know there'll be a lot of opinions from Millwall fans on this, and I can understand every single one of theirs, and I can see why they want Gary Rowett out. But for me, he plays exactly the same team as he did on Tuesday night. So therefore, he doesn't make any mistakes in the team lineup because, after a good performance against Bournemouth, why would you change it? Which he does perfectly well. Keeps it unchanged. So for me, today's performance is on the players. It's not on the manager. I don't think you can blame the manager for today's performance. But Millwall fans, we are it's a results-driven game, isn't it? And we're not getting them at the moment. So I can 100% see why Millwall fans and people that I know want Rowett out.
Who's your next game?
Huddersfield on Tuesday.
What do you think of that? Did they lose today? I'm sure they lost.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
They lost to Watford 1-0.
Yeah.
Are you I know Huddersfield, they're not been playing great. Are you confident in that game winning that match or not?
Well, it's a difficult one because Millwall are a very odd team, as I've said, very inconsistent, a really odd team. After such a poor performance today, you'd expect us to go to Huddersfield on Tuesday night and be just as poor. But sometimes Millwall surprise you. Middlesbrough, we lost 3-0, and the next game we turn up and batter Bristol City and win 2-0. We probably could have won 3 or 4. So it's all about the response and the comeback that we show. And I think our comeback under Rowett this year and last year has been really good. When we've lost, we've always come back with a point to prove. So hopefully we can do that again. But we've got we've got to do it every game. We can't just do it once and then not let our standards slip for the next game, because, you know, it's not good enough otherwise. You know, we've drawn way too many games this year. At the start of the game today, I felt like it was a good chance to pick up all 3 points, but the result the result was very fair and probably could have been more for Forest.
So two more last questions, Kai. After today's performance, are you confident that you can make a late charge in playoffs, or do you think mid-table is just like good enough to stay there?
I really do think it depends what transfer signings he makes. If he makes really good signings, like, you know, like quality Premier League players on loan, or quality Premier League players or Championship players that we can sign, then I do believe that it will completely turn this team on its head, and will be the Millwall team we've seen this year and last. But to be fair, you know, after such a good performance, after such a good year last year, you know, the aim this year was playoffs. But as a Millwall fan, if you look at our budget, you look at the size of our club, we are probably a lower mid-table team in that respect. Mid-table, there's nothing wrong with mid-table, and I definitely take it if it means that the fans are going to be back in August and next year, and we'll look to kick on next year with the fans there, because at the end of the day, with Millwall, the fans really are the 12th man.
That's more for you. Promote your channel, because like I said, he's a Millwall fan. So Kai, if people want to promote his channel, if people want to subscribe to Millwall Fan TV, the link is below. So go ahead, promote your channel.
So I do pre-match predictions for games, and post-match analysis, but also I tend to do a few roundups as well, because of the fixture schedule being so hectic at the moment. I just tend to sort of roll one in. So, for example, for today's game, I won't be doing a post-match analysis on that. So I'll be doing a roundup, and I'll be talking about other stuff in it as well. So yeah, I tend to do that. A few full-time reactions when we can actually get to the games and we get to go again. But yeah, and also I've interviewed a few ex-Millwall players, which I've really enjoyed. But yeah, that's what I do.
Who have you interviewed?
I've interviewed players like Shane Lowry.
Have you?
Trying to think. Yeah, Alan Dunn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I've done 10 interviews.
Oh,
Martin Wolford.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you very much, mate.
I've interviewed 7 ex-Forest players, and I got one tomorrow as well.
Is that who have you got tomorrow?
Alan Rodgers.
Oh, very nice. You've interviewed King, haven't you?
Marlon King, Kevin Campbell.
You know, Marlon King always used to score against Millwall.
Yeah. But I've interviewed people. Alan Rodgers, personally, is the funniest one. So people, tomorrow, the link is below. So make sure you put a reminder, and please watch it. It's amazing. But Kai, thank you very much. I know you lost, but thank you very much for coming on my channel. And please, everyone, subscribe to Kyle. But like I said, thank you very much, Kyle, even if you did lose. Unlucky.
Thank you very much, mate. Good luck for the rest of the season.
All right, peace out, dude. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, mate. See you later.
Cheers, dude. Right, so that's Kai. Good lad. But now I'm gonna bring some Forest fans in, because, like I said, this channel, I want everyone's opinion on what happened. I'm meant to have at least 2 or 3 people coming in. I've got man like Stephen coming in. He's from Wales, another Welsh lad. But before I do bring him in, I'm going to look at some comments, because sorry, while I'm talking, there's been quite a lot of people comment. Martin, you know what? Martin, thank you very much for the watch along. Fantastic. Like I said, I was at work, but I was watching the game. So thank you very much, Martin, for doing the watch along with Craig. Red Dog Price once again. Yeah, fantastic. What else is there? Midfield Fan TV. I'll see you on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday after the game. That's going to be fun. Who else is there? But yeah, people, if you want to channel, please do hit the subscribe button as well. But like I said, I'm going to bring in AD's here now. So I'm going to bring in AD and Stephen now. Hello, lads.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Hello. Not too bad.
Who's that in the background?
It's my little boy. He's all right.
Stephen, turn your phone.
Oh.
Turn it. Yeah, that's better.
That's
right,
better.
people, if you don't know this, at the bottom is Ada. How you doing, Ada?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
I'm all good, man. First of all, let me talk to. I'm going to talk to you, Ada, if that's okay, Stephen.
Yeah, carry on in.
Ada, how you feeling today?
Oh mate, I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing.
Buzzing. Who's
Yeah.
your star man today? Forest.
I don't know, you know. I mean, I've not seen much in terms of the highlights yet. I've seen Yates's goal, which was, in my opinion, it was a bit scrappy, but I mean, a goal is a goal at the end of the day. I see Ameobi's second strike. Oh, that was amazing. That was a cracking finish. I mean, it's got to be Ameobi, really. I mean, you know, can't be anyone else for me.
Yeah. Stephen, what do you think of the match today?
Oh, brilliant. Buzzing, yeah. Really good. Probably the best performance of the season, I'd say.
Oh, okay. So, who's your standout player today?
Probably McKenna. I think he was outstanding. And I'd probably say, I would say Ryan Yates and Sow in the middle as well were pretty good.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that was Lennon. I don't know where Lennon is, but he's there somewhere. Ada, like, I know I said Forest lost shocking at the start of the season, and now we're seven unbeaten. Where do you think we get from here?
I mean, obviously, I don't know how many games we've got left in the season. I think we've still got quite a few, haven't we? But I'd like to say maybe pushing into playoffs again. It probably won't happen, but you know, wishful thinking, eh? I'd like to think sort of top mid-table. I think we really for the end of this season, I think we need a solid finish. I mean, I'd be happy with mid-table. Don't get me wrong. I think we need a solid finish to the season, kind of mid-table-ish, and then you know, go again from the off next season. Because I mean, if obviously everyone thought Lemucci was going to be the one to take us up, and obviously at some point I thought that as well. Because you know, at one point last season we was top and we was flying, and then obviously lockdown happened, which I think was our main downfall, to be honest. Because before lockdown we was absolutely flying, and there was no one that could touch us. But you know, so yeah, I'd be happy for a mid-table finish, and then you know, go again for next season.
Stephen, who was your Warren and McKenna? Another good performance by them two. Do you think that's the first choice centre back that we go for till the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think so now. I think McKenna coming back was at the right time. I think Figueiredo came in a bit of form, but then Worrell and McKenna for me all day long. We got some depth there as well. You know, we got Dawson as well as fourth centre back. He bring him in if we need to. But I think Worrell and McKenna definitely got to start every week now, for me.
Ada, Ryan Yates scoring today. Are you a fan of him? Yes or no?
I am, yeah. I mean, I'm a fan of all the lads that have come through the academy. You know, it's nice to see him get the chances. I mean, hopefully it's not another cashy job where he's, you know, he gets that good that he goes and leaves us. But you know,
sorry,
no,
Ada, 1 minute. Ada, 1 minute.
Yeah, get it. What I'm telling you about my star man, you know, I know you see me dancing in the background, though. That's why you got me on already. But you know, I couldn't help it. I'm so happy.
Hey there, Stephen. This is Lennon. He's the biggest Ameobi fan.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm with him. Anyone gives him anything. Yeah, I'm always there to back him up because, in my opinion, he may have his off games sometimes, but realistically, what has he been able to do this season with a team that's struggling around him? Realistically, it's been the same with every player. I can't really single out anyone that's been poor, because Yates is starting to impress me now, and he was one of them last season where I was like, is he ready to be in the first team yet? I don't know, but you know, he's impressing me, to be fair. But no, I'll tell you about Ameobi, man. This guy's he's unbelievable, man.
No, I was just saying to Ada about Ryan Yates. Everyone's been cussing him and everyone's been going for his neck. Lennon, what's your opinion on Ryan Yates before I get to Stephen?
You know what? Yates is one of our own, isn't he? So it's like, I don't like to get on his back. It's only because I want him to do well, and it's only because I know he's got that potential of being a really good midfielder. Like, he reminds me of Michael Dawson in a way, because realistically, in a few years' time, if he's done very well in the first team, he'll be known as a Forest legend. But he kind of has the same personality. I feel like he's going to be a captain in the future. So, but as
a captain,
I see it happening because he's got that kind of, you see when we score, even when we're losing, when we score a goal, you hear his voice. You hear him screaming, yes, like, he's got passion, but in this kind of game, you need to have the quality as well. And I do think he has that. It's just sometimes it shies away, but I don't like getting on his back, and I don't like it whenever people do. But, I've said it before. I know a lot of people don't agree, but this fan base is so toxic. It's unbelievable.
You know what? I'm about to ask this question to Ada, because I think I've asked Stephen already about the social media side of it. Ada, on social media,
yep.
What do you think about Forest fans? Are they toxic or not?
I mean, yeah, I 100% agree with that. I mean, I'm on most of the Forest supporter groups on Facebook, and it literally, like, I've seen so many people like slating us, but I mean, every team, every player has their off day, and what one game doesn't finish the team, one player doesn't make a team, and it's if we have a bad game, then we've just got to take it on the chin and go again. Like obviously last season we was looking at playoffs and we just threw it, but we've kind of we took it on the chin. All right, we didn't get there, but we've moved on, we've progressed, and hopefully this season, obviously, like I said earlier, we can finish strong and then go again next season.
Steve, what's your opinion on social media about Forest fans?
I don't know where to start, really. I think with our fans, I assume it happens in all clubs, but I always find with our fans, we always say the best players are the ones not being picked. Like, we always say, put that player in, why is he being picked? But I like to follow on with the Ryan Yates point, that he gets a lot of slack, and he does his business, goes about his business the right way, gives it to the players who can play forward. He breaks up the play. I think he's doing his job rather well. I think he gets a lot of slack. I think people should cut him slack. I should say.
Yeah. Lennon, what do you think about Alex Martin today?
Yeah, again, I genuinely feel that he has. I think he's one of the best to come out of our academy so far, in my opinion. In early stages, because you've got your Lascelles, you've got your Dollars and stuff. But in terms of being this early and him coming into the first team, because he came on the break this season, on the end of last season, let's say. But if I'm being honest, Alex Martin's he's impressed me every game he's played. He's young and he takes the ball forward. In the away game against Millwall, I seen he took the ball from our back four through the centre of the pitch, and he managed to get into the final third and take a shot and have it on target at the keeper. That's what he offers. He offers pace. He offers a lot. To say I think he's 18. He's speedy. I seen something today. It was sad. He did this step over, and he did some mad.
I seen it. Yeah, I seen it. Yeah,
I was like, oh,
that was mad. That
was
mad.
That being said, I feel like he's going to be. I'm done with mentioning Cash now. As far as I'm concerned, all the fans that were saying bring Cash back, I just laugh at it. But realistically, as far as I'm concerned, that's finished. That's done. Alex Martin's, in my opinion, going to be a bigger prospect than Matty Cash and our other youth. But yeah, Alex, he was brilliant today. Everyone was brilliant today. I have nothing bad to say about anyone in that team today.
People, if you are new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button and like if you can. And if you've got any questions for AD Stephen or the man Lennon, comment below, people. Ada, as I mentioned to about Mighton, do you think you'll start him against Middlesbrough, or would you bring players like Knockhard or Lolly in the team?
I mean, for me, I'm all about giving the youth the chance, because they're not going to get the experience, and it's all right, playing them in the smaller games and kind of towards the end of the season when things are going downhill a bit. But you've got to give them the big game experience, because they're not going to get it otherwise.
100%.
I mean, Knockhart's been all right so far. I mean, he's not done.
He hasn't done nothing.
He's not done anything, but
Stephen, Grabban got his 100 appearance today. Do you think? I know everyone on social media has been saying that he's not been good enough, blah blah blah. But I 100% disagree with him. Do you think he's been a good good sign since like 100 appearances today. He's been good enough for Forest.
Well, since he's come back, our form has picked up, I would say.
Mm.
Was it the Sheffield Wednesday game he came back?
Yeah, he scored straight away.
Yeah. And since that game, we've really kicked on. Like, there was a few times today, I think he was a bit selfish. He could have squared it to Ameobi. I think he was like around the penalty spot. And then he had another chance then where he didn't pick the guy out. I think it was the 8 making a run in the box. But I think since he's come back, I think he just shows what he can add to the team.
100%.
I think he just needs a couple more goals, I think, under his belt. I think his confidence will pick up again then.
Lennon, we've got a massive game against Sheffield Wednesday. Not Sheffield Wednesday, we've got Middlesbrough on Wednesday, I think it is. Would you make any changes or would you keep the same side?
Neil Warnock, no matter who he's managing, he's always a tough. He always builds a tough team for us to play against, and it showed it when we played against Middlesbrough away. In that away game against Middlesbrough, I didn't think we played all that bad. I just feel like Neil
Warnock it was awful.
I didn't think it was that bad. I think we played worse, but Neil Warnock sets up to score a goal and then sit back. So it's going to be tough, but I don't think I'd change anything. Like Alex Martin proves why he should be in the first team every week. In my opinion, you obviously mentioned Knockout. I like him. I just feel like the money that he's on, you get more out of Ameobi and out of Martin than you do out of Knockout, which shows why he wasn't playing for Fulham. So, realistically, I do think he needs to up his game, but it might just be getting used to playing again. But I wouldn't change anything. I'd like to see Mbiso get back into the team because, again,
replace who?
I don't know, because I don't think Mbiso's done anything wrong. He's a former PSG player who's rated very highly. He's been said that he's going to be in the French team in the future. So I mean, at this point, then again, I think do I replace Worrell or do I replace McKenna, because they are a very strong partnership. But it's tough. I wouldn't change it. To be fair, no, I wouldn't change it. I keep Alex Martin and Ameobi on them wings because they offer a lot. I wouldn't put Lolly in there because, as far as I'm concerned, I just feel like his thoughts are all messed up, man. Like, you know what I mean, though, Dor? Like, we've spoken
I know what you mean.
I feel so bad because the player that he was when Karanka was manager, he ain't that sort of player now. You know what I mean? Even when Lemushi was managing, we didn't see much of him, did we? Really? No. But I mean, yeah, I wouldn't change it, mate. To be fair, let's set up how we did today.
Eddie, transfer window's open. What players do you think Forest need to strengthen, in your opinion?
I mean, judging by today, we don't need anyone. I think, to be honest, I'd rather us not sign anyone.
You know what? I said exactly the same. And I got cussed about it.
I mean, we signed enough in the last transfer window, and I think now we need to stop swapping and changing and buying and selling. I think we should focus on trying to build this squad and get this squad up to the Premier League.
Stephen, do you think any players need to come in or players need to leave? Like I said, Eddie just mentioned about we brought in 14 players, and there's still players that I've signed for Forest have not even got in his team yet. Like Bachirol, not seeing him. The goalkeeper.
Diallo, flipping out.
Diallo, what happened to him?
Yeah, what happened to him? Do you think, like, even players like Guerrero?
Yeah.
Guerrero, if it weren't for Guerrero's being so poor in front of goal, I feel like he'd get more of a chance. I've seen him play, it looks like he's got the quality. It's just he needs to get used to playing in the English league, because Greek leagues, do you know every time we get a Greek striker or someone like that we never heard of, they always seem to struggle.
And we linked with a striker as well from the
that Fortunis, isn't it? That 16 million guy. Like, what? Why are we trying to sign a 28-year-old striker? Sign someone that's 23 or 24 from League One who is doing it. Bring them up to the Championship. Don't rush them in. Then do what we did with Assombalonga, please. Honestly, please. The board of Forest, just be clever.
But Leonard, you say that, then if you're saying bring a player from League One, we might as well just bring Brent Johnson back. Because look at him, man's on form.
We took that risk. we took that risk with Tyler Walker, though, didn't we? And what happened there?
Yeah, no, that's the point.
So,
But,
you know,
like,
I never rated Tyler Walker though.
Tyler Walker just could never do it for. I mean, against Leeds, I loved what he did against
I
Leeds.
never really rated him.
You know,
the thing about Tyler Walker, he never got a chance. He
never really gets a chance, does he? No,
Like
he's never in there week in, week out. Never in there week out.
Like, I think he scored against Leeds, and then I think next game against Birmingham, he played like 5 minutes against Birmingham, and then he never played. So
I remember. Sorry, Dor. I remember. I think it was Leeds. We played Leeds. He'd scored, and then our next home games, Lamouchi made like 8 changes, put Tyler Walker on his own, and we got battered. Like, this is when he put Bong and Jenkinson in fullback, and I never wanted to see Bong play in a Forest shirt again because it was embarrassing. Like, yo, what can you do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but to fair to Bong, man, he played all right last week.
He did play very well. He did.
You can't criticise him. You can't criticise him.
Do you know what, though? I was at that Leeds game where we won 2-0 and Walker tapped it in. But that's all I'd say it was, really. For me, Lolly did the hard work to create that. Because he took the ball from the halfway line. I know all he had to do was run with it, basically, and square it to Walker. But, you know.
He needed that though as a confidence booster to say it was his game back.
100%.
It would have put him. It would have given him confidence going forward, but unfortunately, it never really worked out for him. So,
Hey, Dor, here's a question for you, all 3 of you. Then,
okay, go on, ask away.
Obviously, we've been mentioning players that have left, and obviously players on form and stuff. I mean, I see it with a few players, but I want to know if anyone else has got the same opinion. Why is it that when players are playing for Forest, they can't really hit the net and they don't do too well? But as soon as they leave and go to a different club, they hit it. Prime example is today with I think it was West Ham and Burnley, was it? And Antonio scored the opener. But when he was playing for Forest, do you think it's the team that they're playing with, or do you think it's their style of football and the manager's style of football that they're playing for?
Keith, thank you for the £5. Keith, next time, if you do send me a £5, put a question below. Shout out to Keith.
Wait, hang on. That'll buy Dora sausage roll at the next home game when we get back.
That's gonna be a lemonade lime away day. You know what, people? Amy's question was fantastic.
That's a good question.
That's a good point. Yeah, I've always thought that about Forest. Like, and one player I'd say, right, Billy Sharp. Billy Sharp was averaging. He was averaging double figures for every other club he was at. He came to us, and he was good, but he didn't really hit to the heights of other clubs he's been at. He's just one example I can think of.
Yes,
players like you've had players like who's like who's strong.
Now there's Brereton, but he's been switched to a winger. He's doing it at Blackburn now.
Yeah. But Leonard, do you remember when Brereton was playing for Forest as a winger? Fans slagged him off.
Yeah, of course. And nice at Blackburn. But it's because he's got Harvey Elliott on the other side of him. That's a young, fast player that's been built at Liverpool who scores goals for fun. He's also got Bradley Dack behind him. Did we have Bradley Dack when Brereton was playing? We had players like Geddy Ora and who else was in centre mid? We had Ben Watson and Geddy Ora in centre mid. In centre mid as our creative midfielders. We never had players like Thiago Silva and Carvalho in there, so it was hard. It's going to be harder for him for scoring goals for us. But then again, look when we had Earnshaw. Earnshaw was scoring goals because we had Lewis McGugan behind him, and we had players like that in there that was very creative. So. It all depends on what team you've got set up. It's a very good question, but it's like Antonio, who's he got in centre? West Ham are a very good team. They're 8th in the Premier League, so they And Antonio,
he's smashing it.
I regret the day we let him go. We had him for 2.
But we had to, didn't we?
1.5 seasons. I know, but that guy he provided magic every time he stepped onto the pitch. Do you know what he reminded me of? Him and Assombalonga, Assombalonga scored his goals when Antonio was with him. That partnership reminded me of Suarez and Sturridge when they were at Liverpool. They just did it whenever they played together, but when Assombalonga it was just a different story.
I've got another player as well who's banging the goals in for other clubs, David McGoldrick.
Yeah.
Wait, before another £5, that's going another lemonade and lime. Thank you. Need to check midfield, of course. That's all right. It's all right. Cafu played well, but we need to start chipping goals and start and assists. Lads, what do you think about Cafu? How do you think he played today?
I think he's playing well.
Best
I
player
like
from
Cafu.
Olympiacos? Best player
Cafu.
from... What about you, Ada?
I mean, as I say, I've not seen much of the game, so I can't comment. I was listening to it on the radio, but no, it sounded like he was doing fairly well. So yeah.
You mentioned like people like McGoldrick. Like how many players are playing Forest are now in the Premier League? Like we've got there's Matty Cash,
Ben Osborne.
Ben Osborne.
I was going to mention that because for me, Ben Osborne, when he was at Forest, he was one of the only ever players that would give it 100% for the full 90.
Yeah, basically Ryan Yates is now the modern day Ben Osborne.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Go
Ben Osborne had to be such a versatile player. I think Ben Osborne played left mid, centre mid, left back.
Goalkeeper.
But I think back and I'm like, then again, Osborne, he did give because he gave us memories. I mean, the 2-1 away at Derby and stuff. You know,
Oh, brilliant.
Ben Osborne did a lot in that shirt, but it's what Forest fans expect. Yeah, they expect everyone to be like a world class player, and you know, it's when you're in there in the stand, and you're like, he tries to do like a Ronaldo chopper instead of passing the ball, and he loses the ball. It just frustrates you, but that's what players in this day and age do. Because it just is what it is. It isn't just passing it about anymore. Players like to have a bit of flair about them. So, you're going to get on players' back. It's reality. But I just feel like Forest fans get on players' backs too much.
Yeah. As the last time I mentioned about social media, like especially.
You've seen it.
Hey, are you on Twitter?
Yeah. I don't use it often, but
don't use it. Don't use. Don't use it. Because don't use it.
I mean, to be fair, I've got a little bit of a call to fame on Twitter, but that's about it.
Listen to me, when Forest lose, mayhem.
Yeah.
Listen.
I've seen it before, yeah.
I'm that real on Facebook. I'm on a group called the Nottingham Forest News Crew or something. It's like 10,000 Forest fans on there, I think. I've been banned from posting on there because I'm that real, and I tell fans about themselves because. This guy was giving it in the comments about Ameobi saying drop him his shit, get him gone. So I was like, what's he done? Like, what has he done? I don't understand what he's constant.
Was he an old guy? Was it old?
Yeah, and he blocked Dore. Wait, he blocked me and he threatened to send screenshots to my workplace. Is this guy taking the piss? What?
This is the thing about social media. Like, you can't have an opinion, and
you can't. No.
This is the thing about. I'm happy because I know I'm not going to mention you because you're quite older than these two. AD and Lennon, as young fans, right? I know you're frustrated. When's the last time you saw Forest win something? Have you seen?
I seen us. Then again, I saw us go up. I saw us come up from League One, but I was 5, I think.
Yeah, but
I was 4 or 5.
How old are the two boys? How old are you boys?
I'm 18, mate. I'm 18.
I'm 22.
Yeah. I'm 18, and I'm the one that brings Dore's viewers on his channel.
Ben. Hello. I remember us going up in '98.
Yeah, I remember that day.
With Kevin Campbell and Evan Hoydoink. Yeah, and I remember back in '96.
People. Tomorrow, as everyone knows, Alan Rogers tomorrow, interview at 9 o'clock. People, the link is below. Make sure you put a reminder on it because he's the funniest guy I've met. I know Lennon and Eddie won't remember Alan Rogers. Do you remember Alan Rogers?
Not a clue.
No, I can't even lie. I know them, but I don't know how they used to play and shit. Like,
Alan Rogers.
His nickname was Tank.
Stephen, talk to him about Alan Rogers. Talk to him.
All right. Yeah, he's about 5'6", stocky, hell of a left peg. Just look him up on YouTube. He's brilliant.
Listen, AD and Lennon.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Under the Cosh?
Yeah. Oh, Under the Cosh. Yeah.
Go Under the Cosh. Type in Alan Rogers and watch the whole thing. Funny as I'm not going to swear. Funny as
well. That being said, Ben, that being said, I was gonna comment on your Kevin Campbell live stream. I was gonna say, Kevin Campbell could have been my dad. That's mad, isn't it?
Listen, let me tell you right. Kevin Campbell is coming here live soon.
What?
So, yeah,
No. He tried to chat on my mum.
Is mum fit?
Ben, why would I say that? Why would you ask me that question?
I've got to learn it, man.
What is it? Just information? Yeah. No,
For research purposes.
No. Apparently, he used to talk to my mum and shit, but that's mad. That's not a bad thing. Kevin Campbell makes me piss myself, man. I remember one story he was on about Brian Clough. He was like, that story about Brian Clough that he was on about. That made me laugh. I maybe went on the podcast he was on about it.
No, right. Listen to it. After this, right, go and Alan Rodgers. You need to watch the whole thing because he's
I'll watch it.
That's how. And tomorrow he's got some news stories that was not on Under the Kosh. So people right now, click on below, click reminder. It's 9 o'clock. Don't forget it. Back to today's game. Where was it?
I know. Why do we get so off course? What the hell? This is DoreOnTour, people. We get every bit of content. Come on.
Talking about Lewis Grubbin and people that Light Taylor scored last week. Do you think he needs to get a chance to start, or would you start Grubbin?
I mean, for me, I mean. Like we said with social media and opinion, this might split opinion, but for me, Graben doesn't do it for me.
Don't I?
No.
People, comment below. Do you agree with Vader, yes or no? Come on.
Here comes the hate comments.
I can state why he doesn't do it for me, because to me, he doesn't, a striker for me should be running onto balls, making
20
space.
goals, though. 20 goals.
Yeah, but
the first player since David Johnson.
So some of them have been penalties and that, though. So
listen to me, right? It's goal's a goal. Goal's a goal.
Yeah, but I mean, all that's standing between him is a goalkeeper, isn't it, and 12 yards.
People, get at Ada. Get at Ada. Comment below. Get at Ada.
Man, I'll probably score from the 12-yard spot.
No, he's mocking it now. Oi, people in the comments, get at him because he's
get
mocking
at Ada, man. Because you can't. Listen to me, right? This is about having an opinion, and Eddie's had his opinion. That's fine, but. Eddie, like Lewis Grubbin, he's the first person to score 20 goals.
Yeah, kids telling you that.
Yeah, even the kids is coming at you. Like I said, what's your opinion about Grubbin and Taylor?
I'd say, to be fair, Grubbin today he could have scored. He went through on goal. It's a goal he probably should be scoring, but the guy's 33. Like, I'm not expecting him to be performing like he's 27 anymore. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, it was his 100th appearance today, in it, I swear.
Yeah.
And he got 39 goals for us, for the club.
Yeah.
39 goals, I think. Like,
and that's good.
That's good for his age, man. We signed him when he was 31, and now he's 33, and he scored 39 goals. To say that he's cracking on, that's a good. I've got on his back before because I simply think he's quite a lazy player, but he scores goals.
That's what Eddie said. Yeah.
I think sometimes he can be lazy, but the guy's 33. Like, I'm not expecting him to be pacing it about like flipping Usain Bolt. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, he's a player that's getting old, which is why I'm saying, we should get a young, like a player not too young, a bit experienced, like a mid-age, like 24, 20, 23, 24, 25, that we can grow in the next few years, because we can't be taking these players into the Premier League if we ever get there as a striker that's 30 years old. This is what Sheffield United have done with Billy Sharp and McGoldrick, and now they're going, they're in a situation where I don't think they're going to get out of. I just want us to take risks. That's what I want us to do.
We've been linked with that Plymouth striker, haven't we?
Yeah.
What's his
name?
Yeah,
he's a good player.
He scored quite a
But did you know it was? I think what's the Forest shooting star? The young striker. What's his name?
I forgot his name. Jesus.
Come on, what's his name? The guy,
Will Swan.
That's it.
Swan. Yeah.
Swan played with him on loan at. Is it Treno?
Yeah.
I think. They went on loan with each other, and they're both banging in goals. And now he's at Plymouth. He's banging in goals, and now Forest want him. So I think I spoke to a Plymouth fan, and he is good. He said he looks good.
Yeah,
but I think Yeah, I think to answer your question earlier, Ben, when you asked me about would I sign, I think I would say we probably lack a bit of pace up front. You know, you mentioned Grabham and Taylor. I think we just lack that, knock it behind defenders. I think I know Mighton, but he's a winger. We need that striker up top. You know, we got Grabham and Taylor. They do what they do, but I think we need that pace up front.
That being said, though, I feel like we bottled that deal with Brentford and with Peterborough and Ivan Toney, though. You know, if we'd have gone all in for that, I feel like we bottled it, man.
He wants to come to Forest.
That's a player that is a striker that because that right there, he's 6 foot. I think he's 6'2". He's fast, and he's doing it for Brentford. You know what I mean? Like, he's doing it for Brentford. Like, he's going to be a big striker in the next few years. I see him going to play for a big team, but. You know, that's a play that we should be going for, man. Why didn't we go for that? Why didn't we go for him? We had him in our hands and we let him slip. Like, that seems to be... Like, do you know Thiago Silva? There's another player I feel like, why the hell did we let him go?
He wanted to leave.
He wasn't happy.
He
wanted to go.
He wanted to go.
And then you look at players like Carvalho, who last season obviously didn't do it, but maybe Houghton can have him in his system. He hasn't tried him yet, so
no.
Do you not see it, though? No.
Like, people in the comment section, right? The thing with Carvalho, right? Don't get me wrong. He's a talented player, but last season, look at the games that he didn't perform. Like, I know he had that injury. He got that injury at the start of the season, then slowly coming in, but then. He didn't do nothing, and that's what frustrates me. Like, I understand. I'm not trying to.
It was a big price tag, didn't he?
It's a big price tag, and I understand the young generation not seeing a talented young player, but he just didn't do nothing for me. He didn't do nothing for me. Like, it's like with Thiago Silva, 4 goals, 4 assists last season. Is that good enough?
Yeah, but in my opinion, it wasn't him setting up the goals, though. I feel like he was making. I feel like it was him. I feel like it was him creating the play. Yeah. But it doesn't have to be him, because you seen at games like Hull, Ben, when we went to watch Holloway and stuff. Like, he created most chances in that game just because of his ability of going forward with the ball. He could even. I think Craig said it on the game. He could. He's like a number 8.
Yeah, I think when he plays, when he played alongside Watson, I don't think I think he was number 10. But
number 10, yeah.
But he needed to do more. Like, people say, like Carvalho. Carvalho had more going forward than Silva.
Yeah, nothing going backwards. Yeah.
He wasn't doing nothing. I think
you can never play them together, could you? Never play them together
you
at all.
Play them together. And I think, like I said, I understand the younger generation. They've not seen a talented number 10 for a long time. Like, name a decent player. Come on. People in the comment section. Who?
What, like in our past?
McGugan? Lewis McGugan, I think.
McGugan was brilliant, to be fair.
Lewis McGugan has been the last person to play in that role. Like, I think he played more as a left winger. But...
Yeah, but do you know when we had... Then again, though, we had... I know he played more out on the wing, but do you know when we had Jamie Patterson?
Yeah.
Like, there was another one. Like, even, do you know, because he kind of plays in that role now. He plays in like a kind of like a cam role. But we used him as a winger. But when he came, when we beat West Ham 5-0 in the Corp, he scored a hat-trick on his debut. And that guy then, that was 2015 or 14. I think he was about 20. Like,
he never got a chance.
There you go. And then we let him go to Bristol. That was the season when he got relegated as well to League One, when we stayed up by beating Ipswich 3-0. You know, we haven't seen someone like, you know, Carvalho. No one Karanka brought him in. He had a fairly decent season. Him and Grabham there together, the two of them, and Lolly did as well. And that was like, it's such a shame we didn't go up that year, because I feel like if we'd have put that performances that we did last year in the Premier League, I still think we'd be there now. People may think different, but we would have a bigger budget. We would attract players because we are a very big club in the Premier League. We would have a bigger budget. We're a big club, and I feel like we'd be able to hold ourselves in the Premier League if we'd have gone up when we have Karanka as the manager. But it was too inconsistent, which is it's the same old story.
So. Before we go next story, we've got the Swansea fan piping up.
Is this Reese? Reese, man, get out of here, man.
Reese is piping up.
Yeah, Reese. You see this? You see this name? What did I put in your comments, bro? What did I put in your comments? When he gets hold of your team, keep talking that chat.
Yes, Reese, I'm coming for you next week. I think with Reese, I think we're not doing a joint watch along. I think we're gonna do different. He's got his stream, I got my stream. So people, next week's gonna be fun.
Because he don't like
him. He's scared. That's all it is, Reese. He's scared.
It's because his fans fear Door.
No, but he's a good YouTuber. He's from Wales. The people subscribe to his Swansea away day. And what was Swansea score?
They won 2-0.
Yeah, well, Barnsley let me down, man. No, come on, Barnsley.
That's shocking. Right, question for I don't know if you asked this to Lennon or Ada. I know you asked this, Stephen. Houghton, I know Houghton. He started poor. Was you one of the fans that wanted him out, or are you happy with him?
No,
because start with you, Ada. Let me go with Ada.
Sorry.
I'd say keep him in. I mean, purely for the fact that he started poorly, but what manager isn't? It's a completely different team. I think we just signed, like you said earlier, all the players that we'd signed as he'd come in. So he's got to have time to gel with the team. He's got to figure out what the best team is for him, and he's got to figure out what's going to work and what isn't.
What about you, Lennon?
Yeah. In my opinion, it brings me back to again. Some Forest fans need to keep their mouth shut, man. How are you trying to say a manager to get out of the club in his first 5 games? Oh my god, yo, man, I'm sick of it. Oh, Houghton out. We should have got Eddie Howe. Are you stupid? Yo,
this is why I got Ellen here because he talks.
Yo, just don't be dumb, man. Just if you got nothing good to say, just keep it short. There's a difference in having an opinion and be able to back it up in ways like that. You can have your opinion. In some ways, you have to back it up like that. You can't vote a manager out in his first season. The guy didn't have a transfer window. Like he had to work with them players. Yeah, don't you made me laughing, but it's true. What he's doing now,
I'd agree with that.
Eight games, I think we're undefeated now because he's starting to get used to the team and everyone's enjoying playing for him. That's what I want to see. And today we had 16 shots, 7 on target. We scored 3 goals.
No, we had 5 shots on target.
5, sorry. All right, fair enough.
We had 5 shots on target, and Millwall had 5 shots on target as well.
Yeah, but we had 16 shots, didn't we? At least we're actually shooting now. I remember at the start of the season we had 2 shots against Huddersfield away.
I was looking at the comments about the players that have been good for Forest. Chris Commons as well. He was decent.
Chris Commons, promotion season, he was
bad. As well with Vadim Majeski as well.
Majeski was back. The Polish prince.
Well. I mean, Aaron Ramsey. No, he was there for like 6 games.
We had Aaron Ramsey, but he didn't do anything.
He didn't do nothing.
Can I just say one player, right? And I was gutted we didn't sign him. Nicky Shorey, left back.
Oh yes. You know what? If we kept him, we would have gone up.
100%.
Obviously, I don't know if you remember. Do you remember when we had Jamel Abdoun? No, hang on. Hang on. Listen, hear me out. Jamel Abdoun, had a bit about him. The guy just wanted to go out drinking all the time. That was genuinely it. I swear to you, him and Rafiq Jabor. Well, I'm joking. Jabor was just a different case, but match day with Max is here. Ben.
Oh, yo, I'm blocking this guy. Yeah. Yo, he's getting blocked. Max is getting blocked. Max getting blocked.
Obviously, I've got a contract with. I'm signed.
No. Right. Listen to me, right. Max, you're not. It's about blocking now. No, time out.
Oh,
so blocking. I'm playing, man.
I like Max.
But yeah.
Do you know who else I thought was a decent player for us?
Talk to me, Ada. Talk to me.
Nathan Tyson.
Yeah, Nathan Tyson was a baller still. He's a baller. I remember that goal. Do you remember that goal he scored against Man City away? Woo! Yo, that was my first away game ever.
No, that was the goal against Derby.
When he got them flags? Was that when he got them flags?
Yeah. You know what? Who wants to mention that club today. I know what happened to him today. I don't know what happened.
Oh yeah.
Can someone mention it? Someone talk to me. There's any
The
Darwin fans in
Wayne
here?
effect.
Ben, I'm just saying. Do you know if we'd have beat Rotherham, I'll be able to say beating Rotherham isn't for everyone, but I can't exactly say that. I mean,
No, well, listen, mate. Everyone's talking about him. I'm not going to mention it. Everyone's talking about him. He had a fantastic career. But
oh, Max is having you on strings, Ben. He's having you on strings.
I'm blocking this kid, man. There's no reason, man.
No.
See my favourite lad. I don't ever know two of the lads, but they're doing a better job. He's
got him on strings.
He's getting a time out. Max,
Ben, I tell you what though. If I got asked a question the other day, they said, "Would you rather? Would you be happy if Derby went bust?"
People, comment section about people.
Would you obviously it'd be a weird situation because I wouldn't want to see him go bust. I wouldn't want to see him go bust because it's like you play him every season. The rivals, aren't they? But what would you lot want to do, man? I don't know what I think because I was like, it's a really good question.
Because I spoke to what it is, right? People in the comment section, what do you think if Derby went bust? Do you want to push the yes or no? My opinion, they are rivals, and if they go bust, who's going to be rivals? Leicester. Like Leicester, they're not in a conversation. They don't need to be in a conversation. They don't need to be in a conversation. Because,
Jamie Vardy will piss all over our team.
No, they're not our rivals. They're not our rivals. And this is the thing. Talk to me, Ada.
I was going to say, it's funny you mentioned Leicester because a while ago I heard, I mean, it's only rumours. I don't know if there's any truth behind it. But I heard that apparently Wes Morgan wanted to come back to Forest to finish.
I don't know if I'd have him though.
Yeah,
because
he'd be like Michael Dawson. Though. That's the thing. He'd be like
a Michael Dawson, wouldn't
he? Yeah. But like, if you look at it right, it's like if Wes Morgan did come back, it's like it would just please the fans. Like it's like when Forest opposed Stuart Pearce. When Forest was in a ridiculous position, we opposed Pearce. All the fans were like, "Whee!" and then look what happened to Pearce. Pearce, fantastic player for the Forest, fantastic player. But back to the question with Derby, I won't make him go bust. I won't make him bust.
I'm the same, yeah. I think we need that game, don't we, to make it more fun.
Because Derby, Derby away. Come on, talk to me. Because listen to me. When we play Derby, I don't sleep the next day.
I tell you what, that stream pissed me off so much. Dawn told me not to swear at the start of the stream. At the end, I went, "I'm fucking done with this shit," and fucking left the stream. I was like, I felt so bad.
Listen to me. That was the worst. I think I've never been so silent all day.
Oh man, that was. Do you know what? Yeah, that was like we got to the top of the slide. Yeah. That was us tripping and falling and going all the way back down the slide again from that game. We've gone on and we played and we just bought. I still can't get it over my mind. Don't bring it up, please. How do we bottle that?
Lennon, you brought it up.
No, you brought it up.
Yo, listen, this is why Matchday Max is just talking.
This is why.
Matchday Max talk, man. This is why I don't want Matchday Max. You block out the way, Max, man. Max, talk to your friend Max, man.
This is why, like, I get mentioned the most in DoreOnTour's comments. Like, no, I'm capping. I miss it though, man. For real, I miss it. Right. I miss it.
Before you go, I do want to talk about. You know what? Let me talk to you, Len, about your music video. Talk to us about your music video, man.
Well, good news is from this week onwards, I'm officially on Spotify and Apple Music. So,
listen to me.
That is a good thing.
And I put it in the link below because
man, I appreciate it.
You've got to check his music, man. I like what it is. When people who come on my channel, I like to promote this stuff. I'm not promoting that other Forest blogger because there's no need for it. But yeah, but it's like he's already picked up his paycheck. He's doing his thing. I'm not saying much. He's a hater man all the time. Ada, you're next. Talk to us about is it Man United?
Yeah.
Talk to us, man.
So basically, we're a bunch of lads that just kind of got together. We've all kind of obviously lost a child at some point. So we started up in January of last year. So in about 9 days' time, on the 25th of January, we're going for a year. We was meant to be doing a charity game last year in May, but obviously we had to cancel that because obviously COVID and whatnot. Obviously this year has been quite tough with all the restrictions and lockdowns coming in and out. But no, at the minute I'm still trying to keep it active. There's been a couple of posts put up on the Facebook page and that.
Jordan Smith, Jordan Smith in it.
Yeah, Jordan Smith, like the post the other day. That was a bit weird. I checked my Facebook notifications and it said Jordan Smith. I was like,
Smudge.
I was like, surely not. And then I looked and it was him. I was like, oh, fair enough then.
To be fair,
yeah.
To be fair, if you ever need if it's for a charity, mate, I'm all down for playing because I'm a bit of a baller. I think Ben should have brought me on the pitch.
He's not a baller, man. He's just talk, man.
Oh yeah, well, I'm not a charity player, and then I'm not a baller. Let me not speak. Anyway,
I mean, I think the best bit about it was our sponsor. To be honest, that kind of was a good thing.
What's that?
I've got a shirt up there. Hang on,
show it, man. Get it out.
Show it off, man.
Show it off, man.
So that's the back. So obviously it's got my son's name on and the date he was born. And yeah, so basically that's the sponsor.
But
that's massive.
Yo, very posh.
Yo, hey there, send me the link. What I'll do is send me the link so people can like it. Okay.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, and, shout out to that store.
That's massive, man. People, go to. Is it on Facebook?
It's we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. So feel free.
People, hey there, send me the link, and I'll put so people can like it. That's massive. I know. Like I said, I'm a dad, and I know it's hard for you're a dad as well, aren't you, Stephen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
So,
I'm not a dad.
I'm old enough to be his dad.
Lennon's shooting blanks.
No, I'm not a dad, but I've probably got little Lennons running around in every part of the world. So. But yeah, that's massive, AD, man. Like I said, send me the link, man.
I mean, literally, it kind of started from me just going obviously up to visit my son's grave. There was another dad up there. And he kind of got talking to me about, like, does it get easier and kind of how I've coped and stuff. And obviously he mentioned about starting it. So I thought, well, why not? I got it put in the Nottingham Post.
Wow.
So obviously they put it in the papers, put it on their Facebook page. The guy from Porsche contacted me, obviously asking if we needed sponsorships and that. And then in February of last year, again, I went on the radio to promote it. And then at some point, this year is a big exclusive for you. We'll be on East Midlands today at some point, hopefully. So yeah,
I'm loving that, man.
We've not done the interview yet. We was meant to do it in December, but obviously all the lockdown came in, so we've not been able to do it yet. But at some point we will be going on East Midlands today about it. So I'm looking forward to that.
After the stream, send me the link, people. Please go to it. Like I say, it's fantastic. What Eddie's doing, like I said, I'm a dad myself.
At the minute as well, we have got a little competition running, shall we call it? So I don't know where my card is, but I've got a football team card. There's about, I think, 40 teams on it. We're doing it, so it's £5 to enter. Obviously, when it's full, I'll scratch the name off, and whatever team's on it, the winner gets £100, and the other 100 goes towards the club.
Oh, that's massive.
So yeah,
Ben.
Massive. Yes, talk to me. What?
Oh no. Sorry, I was gonna say after the convo, don't end the stream because I got something else to say. But no, that's huge, man. Obviously, give me a shout as well.
Like I said, people.
Yeah, definitely.
When after the stream, AD will send me the link, and people, please do go and follow as well. Go and follow Lennon's as well. Lennon, what do you want to say?
No, next season, obviously to other people as well. You as well, Ben. I ain't told you yet, but next season, hopefully when Corona's all finished, everyone can get back into the grounds. I'm gonna be starting a big. Well, yeah, big for me anyway, but there'll be some people on there, like some big people. I'll be starting a podcast channel, and I'm going to be doing match vlogs, but like actual, good quality match vlogs as well, like Ben. But like, I don't want to steal his limelight.
So got a rival now. Is that
I'm part of the team. Listen, I'm part of the team. Yeah, but it's like what DT and Troops do. They're part of the same sort of team.
Man. No, not it, mate. Right. Right, let me tell you about something about Lennon, right? If people's not watch my vlogs, he's the funniest guy on my vlogs, man. So people go and...
Me and Billy. Brentford.
Brentford away.
Check Brentford away. Check all them from there, man.
Yo,
Literally,
Brentford
Ben's
away,
a
West
very
Brom.
good guy. But
Yo.
Ben's gonna be on the podcast as well. So once we get, I'll get a table. We'll get a table. We'll get a place. We'll get a podcast. All mics.
I'm not going on your. You can have match. Yo, don't get match.
No,
on there.
You being on my podcast.
Yo, don't get. I'm not coming on match the matches on.
Yeah, well, we could do some embezzlement.
Yo, this has been a fantastic show, man.
Yeah, man, it's been a good.
But Stephen, Lennon, and Ada, you've been great lads, man. But like I said, people, Lennon, I will put your YouTube channel as well at the bottom, so people, please go and subscribe to my man Lennon. Ada, I will promote your channel. People, like I said, what Adrian's doing is fantastic. For like I said, I know there's quite a lot of people have lost kids.
Yeah, man, it's a big thing, man.
It's a massive thing. What doing? But yeah, huge. People do at end of the stream. I will put the link below as well. Stephen, thank you very much for coming on.
Can I just say one thing before I go?
Talk to me.
Being a Welshman, I just pray to God that we beat them Jacks next week. Otherwise, my life is not going to be. I tell you, I just pray that we beat them. Because can I just say one thing before we go? When we got knocked out the playoffs on the last day, I came off social media, I came off all group, and I went in hibernation for about a week.
Listen to me,
right? I live about 8 miles away from Swansea.
Listen to me, right?
I still love you more, Martin Price.
Listen to me, right? If Forest lose next week to Swansea, you know that Swansea away day, he's coming for my neck because we've already lost to him. And
can I just say one thing, all right? And because I speak to a lot of Swansea fans, I guarantee you, if we beat them, they will say they don't care about the cup. If they beat us, they will just rub it in our faces.
Yeah, but then they play Man. Yo, I don't even know if I want to play Man City. Oh, what's my Twitter? I've got Instagram. Sorry, I don't want to play Man City because it'll be peak.
Oh, we're playing Cheltenham. We're playing
Cheltenham. We're playing Cheltenham.
Don't say that, please. Don't say that. What's my Twitter? I don't have Twitter, man. I have Instagram and I have Facebook.
Lennon, no. Don't. Lennon's not going on Twitter because you cause trouble.
I'm on Twitter because I'm sick of the toxic fan base I have to deal with. No, I've got Instagram. Follow my Instagram. It's YXNG De Niro.
No, what I'll do, I'll promote your channel. I'll promote it. Your Instagram, Lennon. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, man. Appreciate
Don't worry about it. But like I said, people, I'm gonna have a little chat. But lads, thank you very much.
Starman.
Lennon Ameobi.
Starman.
Thank you very much, Ada, for coming on. And Stephen, thank you very much for coming on as well.
Always, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, don't worry, people. DoreOnTour will be back soon, live in the flesh. LB, live in the flesh. You'll see me again soon. Bye.
No, listen a bit. When fans can come on, Lennon's face getting blurred.
But no, can I sign it off like the good old days? Please like, comment, and subscribe to DoreOnTour, baby. You know the joke. Come on, you know the joke.
All right, lads. Peace out, people. Thank you very much. Cheers, boys. Cheers, lads. Cheers. You know, them like are legends, man. Them are legends. But like I said, Lennon, send me all your streams, please, so I can put it below. But I've enjoyed that. Has anyone enjoyed that? I really did enjoy that. But people, like I said, if you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button, like as well. And as well, people, tomorrow, please do not miss it. I've got Alan Rogers coming on at 9 o'clock tomorrow. I'm buzzing because I really enjoyed it. I'm not saying it's my best one, but all the Forest ones have been. But this one, it's more funny because, as you know, Alan Rogers he was under the cosh, and he was a funny bloke. So please, the link below, he is. Please put go below, link below, and get ready for it. It's amazing. But thank you, people, for coming on. Respect for Lennon, Ada, and Stephen for coming on my channel. Like I said, 9 o'clock tomorrow will be the Alan Rogers. Transfer window talk will be on Monday. Tuesday, it's going to be my preview with Middlesbrough fan, Yusuf. You've seen Yusuf from way back as well. Well, I was looking for his questions then. But yeah, please don't miss it. You cannot miss it tomorrow. Please don't, because it's going to be fun. Thank you for watching, everyone, and hopefully everyone has a good time. And make sure you do subscribe, like as well, and I'll see you tomorrow. Up the bloody forest.